Welcome to part 1 of the Fairytales Crochet Along. I'm Tanya Leese and I'm happy to be able to demonstrate the stitches used by our designer as we work our way through these many fairy tales. So part 1 is starting with the little match girl. I'm going to be using assortment from my stash of DK weight acrylic and cotton acrylic blends. So if you have all your supplies ready, let's get started. Let's get started with color A for round 1. We're going to start with a magic circle and chain 3. 1, 2, and 3. That counts as a double crochet, chain 1. Into the circle we'll work another double crochet and chain 1. We'll do that 6 more times. It's 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. We want to make sure we have a total, including that starting chain, of 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I need one more double crochet, chain 1, and then we'll close up the ring and joining to the top of our starting chain 2 to end round 1. Round 2 with color B, we'll start in a chain 1 space and we'll start with 2 single crochet in that same space. So 1 and 2 single crochet. We'll chain 1, we'll skip the double crochet, and in the next space place 2 single crochet. Chain 1. So we'll just work our way around, making 2 single crochet in each of the chain 1 spaces, followed by a chain 1. When you've worked your way around, you can join to the starting single crochet with a slip stitch, but do not fasten off. There should be 16 single crochet and 8 chain 1 spaces. You want to take a moment to mark all of the chain 1 spaces. We won't be using those in round 3, but will in round 4. So the stitch markers will just help us find that when we need them. We'll start with a chain 2. Oops. And then place another double crochet in that same stitch as we joined. So 2 double crochet in that first stitch. The chain 2 counts as our first double. And then in the next stitch we'll make 2 more double crochet. We'll skip over the chain 1 space, then working our way around, 2 doubles in each of the singles and skipping the chain 1 space. So at the end of the round you should have a total of 32 double crochet, and you'll just join to the second chain of that beginning chain 2 and fasten off. We will be working sort of surface stitches on this round. We're going to start in any of these chain 1 spaces, and so we'll insert our hook, that chain 1 space, and make a slip stitch to join. Okay, you may find it easier to remove the stitch marker once you have found where that space is. Chain 3, 1, 2, and 3. Okay, we'll skip 2 stitches on round 3, so that will be the first 2 double crochet, and then in the first of the second set of 2 double crochet, we will slip stitch into the top of that. So there's 4 double crochet in between each of these spaces. So we slip stitch in the top of the third one. Chain 3 again. 1, 2, 3. And then we want to slip stitch in this next chain 1 space. So when we work that, we want to make sure we always go in from below or from the bottom and around the chain space. And I need to take my stitch marker out. Chain 3. Skipping the first 2 doubles, slip stitch in the top of the third double crochet. So you can continue working that around. Always remembering when we do the slip stitch in the chain space to work from below and out the top. And so on. So once you've worked your way around, you should have a total of 16 of the chain 3 and 16 slip stitches. I'll meet you back here at the end. So when you've worked your way around, you can see how these stitches have formed almost a star on top of our work. So you can finish off by joining to the beginning slip stitch, round 5 with color B again. We will be working in these stitches of round 3 and around these star points of round 4. So we want to single crochet in the second stitch before any star point. So that would be the double crochet, the first double crochet of that set of 4. So we'll single crochet in there, chain 2. We're going to skip this next stitch and then make a back post single around the star point. So we just insert our hook under the first chain 3 and the second chain 3. Grab the loop and pull it through for 2 loops on the hook, yarn over and pull through 2 for the back post single crochet. Chain 2. We'll skip the stitch that the star point is made in and the next stitch, which would be that 4th double crochet in the set of 4. And single crochet in the next stitch. Chain 2. And then we'll work that back post single again. Chain 2. And single, skipping the stitches and single crochet in that first double crochet of the set of 4. And chain 2. So we'll continue to work that around. And I'll meet you back at the end of this round. So I've worked my final back post single crochet. I'll chain 2 and then skipping those 2 stitches, and this time we'll just join to our starting single crochet to finish off round 5. There should be 16 chain 2 spaces, 8 single crochet, and 8 back post single crochet. Using color D, we will start in any of the chain 2 spaces with a 3 double crochet cluster stitch. So to make the cluster, we yarn over to start a double crochet, bring the yarn through, yarn over, pull through 2, and we just leave those 2 loops on our hook. Yarn over again, insert hook to pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, and we should have 3 loops on our hook. Yarn over one more time, insert, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, and there should be 4 loops on our hook, yarn over and pull through all 4 loops for a 3 double crochet cluster. Chain 3, and then we'll skip each of the single crochet, and in the next chain 2 space we'll work another 3 double crochet cluster. We'll continue that around. So at the end of this round you should have a total of 16 of these 3 double crochet cluster and 16 of the chain 3 spaces, and we can close with a slip stitch on the top of our first cluster. We can start in any of these cluster or any of these chain 3 spaces between the clusters. We will work 5 single crochet in the chain 3 space. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And we'll skip the clusters and continue around with the 5 single crochet in each of these chain 3 spaces. So at the end of round 7 you should have a total of 80 single crochet, and you can go ahead and join with a slip stitch to our starting stitch to fasten off round 7. Color D, or I'm switching to another color, we want to be very careful where we start. So let's first find the round for these star points, and then let's find the cluster from round 6 that is just after that star point, and then we want to start in the single crochet that's just after that cluster. So star point, cluster, then that first single crochet after that. And we're going to start with a back loop only single crochet in that first single crochet just past that cluster. So that is our starting point. We want to, each time we work a back loop stitch, we want to mark our first stitch with a stitch marker as we go along. We're going to single crochet in both loops of the next 9 stitches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9, and that should be in the last single crochet before this cluster. So then we will work that back loop single crochet in the next stitch again, and remember to mark that with a stitch marker. That front loop, we want to place our stitch marker around that, and we'll continue around then. So the 9 single crochet go through both loops, and then the back loop only single crochet will mark the front loop with a stitch marker. So continue that around, and I'll meet you back here at the end of this round. Finishing up my last 2 single crochet, so 8 and 9, and we started with that back loop single, so instead of making it on this last repeat, we'll just join to the top of that starting single crochet to finish round 8, but don't fasten off. Round 9, we will start with a chain 2 and work a double crochet in that same stitch as the chain 2. Then we will double crochet in each of the next 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Double crochet in the next stitch and place a second double crochet in that same stitch. Then we'll double crochet in each of the next 4 again. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And 2 double crochet in the next stitch, which should be the next back loop single crochet. We'll continue that all the way around. Double crochet in 4, 2 double crochet in the next. Once you have reached the end, you should have a total of 96 double crochet. We'll end with 4 double crochet and then join to the top of the chain 2 of our starting stitch. Round 10, we're going to use color E for this round, and we will be starting in one of these marked front loop stitches. So in the same way as we did in round 4, we want to insert from below into that front loop and join with a slip stitch and chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we will miss these 4 double crochet, or these 5 stitches in a row here. We want to work into the second double crochet of the 2 that are in the same stitch. So into the second one we will make a slip stitch, chain 5, and then we will come down and slip stitch in this next front loop. Chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we'll find that next set of 2 and slip stitch into the second one. We'll continue to work that along, and I'll meet you back here at the end of this round. So when you've worked your way around, you should have a total of 16 of these chain 5 spaces. Then there should be the 16 slip stitches. You can go ahead and join to our starting slip stitch to fasten off round 10. Oops, there we go. We'll use color B again. We are going to start in a single crochet. We're going to start with a single crochet in a double crochet that's just before the star point that we made last round. So into round 9, that last double crochet before the point of the star that we made in round 10, we will make a single crochet. Back post single around the star point, so put your hook under both of those chain 5, pull the yarn through, yarn over, and pull through both of the loops. We'll skip that double crochet, which the slip stitch from the star is in, and we'll single crochet in the next 11 double crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. And that 11 should be in the double crochet that's just before the star point, ready for the back post single crochet again. Oops. And then we'll continue that around with those 11 single crochet in between the star points where we work the back post single crochet. So at the end of this round you should have 88 single crochet plus the 8 back post single crochet, and then you can join to our starting single crochet to fasten off round 11. So on our last repeat here we only need to do the 10 single crochet to join to that starting single crochet to make the 11 in between the star points. Don't cut your yarn, we'll be using it for the next round as well. Round 12, we're going to single crochet in the same stitch that we joined to. So that should be the stitch just before back post single crochet. Chain 3, we'll skip that back post single crochet and single crochet in the next 23 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 21, 22, and 23 single crochet. Then we can do the chain 3 again, skip the back post single, and start our next set of 23 single crochet. So when you get all the way around, you should have 4 of these chain 3 spaces and a total of 92 single crochet. You can join to that first single crochet to fasten off round 12. Round 13, using color C, we want to start in the 5th single crochet before any of these chain 3 spaces. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So we'll make a single crochet in that 5th stitch before a chain 3 space. We're going to skip these 4 stitches, and working into the chain 3 space, we will make 14 treble crochet. One, 2, 3, 13, and 14 treble crochet, all in that chain 3 space. We're going to skip 4 stitches. The first one is quite hidden. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then into the next stitch we will single crochet, and we'll do 14 more. So it'll be a total of 15 single crochet down the side. So I have 4, 5, 14, and 15 single crochet. And we'll skip those next 4 stitches again and start with the 14 treble in that chain 3 space. So you can go ahead and work that down and around each of the 4 sides. So the 14 treble in the chain 3 spaces, skipping 4 stitches, 15 single crochet, skipping 4 stitches all the way around. I'll meet you back here at the end of this round. On the final side, you just need to work the 14 single crochet, and then you'll meet up to the first or our starting single crochet. We can join to that and fasten off to complete round 13. Round 14, we're going to use color B again. We're looking in our set of 14 trebles in that chain 3 space, we want to find the 8th treble. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So into that 8th treble, we will make a double crochet. And in the same stitch, we'll make another double crochet, chain 2, and 2 more double crochet in that same stitch. For our new corner, 2 double crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochet. In the next 4 trebles, we want to make a single crochet. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Half double crochet in the next, and double crochet in the last treble of that first set of trebles. Now we want to work down onto round 12 where we skipped those stitches. In the last skip stitch, we're going to make an elongated double crochet. So we yarn over, we go down into that stitch, pull up a loop, and then we want to pull the loop up to the height of where we're working. Yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over to finish a double crochet. It's just longer because we've reached down into that skip stitch. So we'll miss this first single crochet that's partially hidden by our elongated double crochet, and working into the next stitch, we will make a half double crochet and another half double crochet. So after our trebles, we made the elongated double crochet in the last skip stitch. We skipped the first single crochet on round 13 and worked a half double crochet in each of the next 2. Then we will single crochet in the next 10 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 9, and 10. Half double crochet in each of the next 2. 1 and 2 half double crochet. And then we're going to make another elongated double crochet in this first skip stitch. So yarn over, down into that skipped stitch, pull the loop all the way up to where we're working, yarn over, and finish the double crochet. We're going to skip this first treble and double crochet in the next stitch, half double crochet in the next stitch, and single crochet in the next 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Which should bring us to the 8th treble in our set of trebles. So in that 8th treble, we'll start the repeat again of the corner, which is the 2 double crochet, oops, one and 2 double crochet, chain 2, and 2 more double crochet, all in that 8th treble to start the side. We'll just repeat that again down all of our sides, and I'll meet you back here at the end of this round. When you finished your final side, you can join to the starting double crochet with a slip stitch. Each side should have a total of 6 double crochet, 6 half double crochet, 18 single crochet, and 2 elongated double crochet for a total of 32 stitches each side. Round 15, using color D, we are going to start in any of the chain 2 corner spaces. And we'll start with a half double crochet, followed by another half double crochet, chain 2, and 2 more half double crochet in that same corner space. For our new corner, 2 half double crochet, chain 2, 2 half double crochet. We're going to skip the first double crochet, or this hidden stitch, and then in the next stitch we will make a back loop only. So we yarn over, and instead of going through both loops of the stitch, we're just going to take that back loop of the next stitch to make our half double crochet in the back loop only. We will be working a number of these back loop stitches. We want to mark with a stitch marker that front loop so we can find it easier when we need it. And then in the next 9 stitches we'll make a half double crochet. So this will be working through both of the loops, half double crochet in each of the next 9 stitches. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And then we'll repeat that sequence again with a back loop only half double crochet in the next stitch. And marking that stitch with a stitch marker. And half double crochet both loops in the next 9 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And one more time, back loop only, half double crochet, and marking that front loop, and then half double crochet both loops of the next 9 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Then we should have 1 stitch left before our corner. We will make a back loop only half double crochet in that last stitch and mark the front loop, and then we're ready to start the sequence again with our 2 half double crochet in the corner space. 1, 2, chain 2, and 2 more half double crochet. Then we'll just continue that around all of the other 3 sides, remembering to skip that first or the hidden stitch past the corner and marking your front loop when we use the back loop only half double crochet. So you can go ahead and work your way around. I'll meet you back here at the end. Once you've worked all the way around, you can go ahead and join to our starting half double crochet, but do not fasten off your yarn. Each side should have a total of the 4 back loop only half double crochet and 31 half double crochet and the chain 2 spaces in the corners. So continuing from where we left off, we will chain 2, which counts as a double crochet, and then double crochet in this last stitch before our corner chain 2 space. double crochet in that last stitch before the corner chain 2 space. And then in that corner space, we will make 5 double crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Then we'll double crochet in each of the 35 stitches across, making sure we get that first stitch which is hidden by the corner. So double crochet in that very first stitch and in each of the stitches across. So that's 4 double crochet for me. Continue down the side for a total of 35 double crochet, and then the 5 double crochet in the corner. Remembering on the last side, we will only need to make 33 double crochet before we meet and join to our starting chain 2. So each side will have a total of 39 double crochet. So that's the 35 we made on the side, plus the 2 in each corner, and then there's that center double crochet which counts as the corner stitch. So you can go ahead and join to our first stitch and fasten off to complete round 16. Round 17 with color A, we want to start in the 4th double crochet that was made in those corner chain 2 spaces. So that's the second last one. Slip stitch in that 4th double crochet, chain 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, keeping those chains fairly loose so they don't pull. And then coming down to our first marked stitch that we made in that front loop of round 14, we will slip stitch in that front loop. And then chain 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Then working back up on round 16, we're going to skip 9 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then in the next stitch, we will slip stitch. And repeat that. Chain 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Coming down to the next marked front loop only, we'll slip stitch in that stitch, chain 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Skipping 9 stitches, so we worked in this stitch, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, slip stitch in that next stitch, chain 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And come down to that next marked front loop only to slip stitch there, chain 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and skip 9. Slip stitch in the next, chain 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, And we'll come down and slip stitch in this last marked front loop only. Oops. I'm going to have to move my stitch marker. There we go. And chain 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and ready to begin again with a slip stitch in that fourth double crochet. 1, 2, 3, and 4. We'll just continue that around all 4 sides. I have 1, 2, 3 of these sort of V's, plus coming down from the corners and going up to this next corner. So continue that all the way around, and I'll meet you back at the end of this round. So I'm just finishing up my final side here with my last slip stitch in that last front loop. And then chain 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then go ahead and slip stitch to our starting stitch to end round 17. Round 18 and our final round for part 1. We're going to use color B again, and we want to start in the double crochet from round 16 that is just before the one that we worked a slip stitch into at the top of our star. So that should be the third or that middle double crochet of that set of 5 that we made, and we're going to single crochet in that stitch just before the tip of our star. We also want to single crochet in the same stitch that we made the slip stitch in, and we place this single crochet before the slip stitch. And then around the tip of the star, we're going to do the back post single crochet. So we just insert our hook underneath or behind that tip, bring the loop up, yarn over, and pull through 2 to finish the back post single crochet. And then we'll place another single crochet in the same stitch where we slip stitched. Okay, so we started with a single crochet just before, in the stitch before the star tip, single crochet in the same stitch as our slip stitch, back post single around the star, single crochet in that same stitch but on the other side of the star tip. Single crochet in the next 9 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Back post single around that star tip or point. And we'll skip the stitch that we slip stitched into. And we'll repeat that 2 more times. So in the next 9 stitches, we will single crochet and then back post single around the tip of the star. So I'll meet you at the end of this first side. So after our last back post single crochet, we will make a single crochet in each of the 9 stitches which should take us to the last stitch that's just before that slip stitch at the tip of our star. So then we will make a single crochet in that same stitch in front of the slip stitch, the back post single around the tip of the star. Oops, try that one more time. And then on the other side of the tip in that same stitch, we will place another single crochet. And then ready to begin our repeats again of single crochet in those 9 stitches and back post single around the tips of the stars. So you can go ahead and work that on the other 3 sides, and I'll meet you back at the end of this round. On the final side, you will only need to do 8 single crochet before you'll meet up with our starting single crochet. We can go ahead and join and fasten off to complete this round and to complete part 1.